If you love loose watercolor flowers, good news! I'm releasing a beginner-friendly in-depth series. Every Friday this month, we'll paint a different spring flower together. And this week, we're painting the hyacinth. What's up, friends? Welcome back. My name is Shayda Campbell and we've got another loose watercolor spring floral video for you. I'm really excited about this little series that I've put together. It's kind of like a little mini e-course that is all free here on YouTube. We're painting a different spring flower every Friday. We've already covered daffodils and irises, and today we're going to focus on the hyacinth. This is like one of my absolute favorite spring flowers. This is the smell of spring for me, and I can't wait to share step by step how to paint this. If you're a beginner, no worries. We're gonna cover everything from the colors we use to every little brush stroke. If you need an extra bit of help, there is a watercolor worksheet available on my Patreon site. Sometimes you just need that little bit of extra content and guidance, and I totally get that. Support this channel and sign up on my Patreon. It's just $2 a month, and you can stay as long as you like or as short as you like. There's 4 years of bonus content over there that you'll get access to all of it. So check it out after today's video. Let's start today by talking about supplies. I am working on hot pressed watercolor paper, 140 pound. It has a wonderful smooth texture that I love, but you can also use cold pressed paper. Grab your paints. I am using my Munoz set that I always use. I've got 2 glasses of clean water here. You can't really see, but there are 2 glasses there. Paper towel for blotting my brush. And then I have a large and a small round paintbrush. Now, these are Princeton brushes. I've linked everything in the video description, so if you want to shop my supplies, it's easy to do so. But I've got a number 8 and a number 4 round brush. Okay, that's all the supplies. Let's get started. The exact colors I'm using today are listed on the worksheet, but just really quick, I'm using purple, yellow green, sap green, and light blue. And that's pretty much all you need to paint this beautiful hyacinth. Okay, let's start by mixing 2 shades of purple. We want a really light, watery purple, and I'm going to mix a little light blue in there to give it a periwinkle hue. And then I want a darker, more concentrated purple. So just the purple or violet with a little bit of water mixed in. And then using the larger round brush, I'm going to pick up that dark, rich purple, and we'll start painting the hyacinth at the very top of this cone-shaped flower. And I'm starting by making these little curving brush marks. And the brush marks kind of curve outward away from this large conical flower. And those little flicks of the brush are what are going to make the hyacinth look like a hyacinth and not a lilac or not a lupin. Then you continue to paint this flower, moving down the paper, creating the cone shape. And what I like to do is add a little extra water to my paint to, of course, make it lighter and more transparent, lighter in color and more transparent. And I also add a little light blue to give it that periwinkle hue so that the flower doesn't look flat. I want there to be variations in the color. And you can see my brush marks are getting a bit messier with this watery paint, and I'm kind of letting them blend together and bleed a little bit. And that's the beauty of loose watercolor florals, is that you don't have to be too precise and you're just working out the cone-shaped blossom. Once you're happy with the shape of the flower, we're going to pick up some of that green. This is a mix of sap green and yellow green in our brush, and we're going to add a stem. And I don't want it to be too straight, and I like the green and purple to touch so that they can blend and bleed a little bit. And then I am using a nice smooth, long brush stroke to add a few leaves, and the leaves are kind of long and blunt with a rounded edge. Then once those leaves and stem are in place, we can come back in and begin to layer the purple or periwinkle on this flower. So I used a very light, transparent paint for the majority of the blossom. Now what I can do is go in with a darker, more concentrated paint and build. So I'm using a wet on dry technique to layer And in that way, I can be very precise and add a beautiful amount of contrast. As you add the darker purple or periwinkle, remember to continue using those curving brush strokes that kind of flick outward. A lot of flowers look similar, so if you don't want your hyacinth to look like a big old lilac, and we've painted lilacs on the channel before, remember to use those curving brush strokes that kind of flick outward away from the flower. For me, that's one really simple way to show your viewer that this is a hyacinth without getting super detailed, because loose florals are all about keeping things simple. For anyone interested in that worksheet, check out my Patreon site. It's $2 a month and you can stay as long or as short as you like. It's a great way to support this channel and get that extra help that you might be craving. So sign up now to get access to 4 years of content and view the Hyacinth watercolor worksheet. Okay, I'm also going to add a little wet on dry on the leaves and stem, just adding that darker green at the base of the leaves to show some shadow, a little bit of a low light there. And then I still feel like I need a few more of those little curving petals that are flicking out away from the flower. I really want to make sure that this does look like a hyacinth, so just adding a few of those. Some are really dark purple, some are a lighter periwinkle. That just gives that flower that lively appearance. And then that's it. We are all done. Thanks for practicing your loose watercolor florals with me today. Go grab the worksheet if you need a little bit of extra help. That's on my Patreon site and you can sign up for $2 a month. And go watch some more tutorials, because every Friday this month we're practicing a different spring flower. We've already done irises and daffodils, and there's a worksheet for those videos as well. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss next week. We're doing pansies and then tulips to finish the month. Thanks for watching, friends. Hit the subscribe button and I'll see you soon.